You ready, Chris?
You ready, Ben?
Let's get it.
Man, let's get it, man. Welcome to the Follow Then Lead podcast.
What's going on, bro?
What's happening, my brother? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right, man.
Hey, man.
I'm always going to say I'm doing all right because we're all right. Like, it's no, you know, it's like I went to Jamaica this summer.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, like the song, you know, Bob, No Worries, Be Happy.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, going there, it was the first time I was like really relaxed. I was telling you that. And I come back and I'm like, man, life is good.
Yeah.
You know, like no worries. You know, like there's always areas you need to improve. There's always something you need to work on. There's always things to like goals that you have to keep moving forward. But like, there's no point in stressing about it. Like life is good. I'm alive. I'm healthy.
Yeah.
I'm well.
There you go.
My family's relatively well and
There
doing
you
their
go.
things. Like, what am I worried about? You know, why I put all this extra pressure on myself? I feel good. I'm good. You know, that's where I'm at. So I always say like, yo, I'm all right. I'll probably say I'm doing well. That's what I'll say. I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, I don't really have any problems. And like putting things in perspective, you see how other people might live, and even you remember where you came from.
Yeah.
And like, yo, I've come a long way. Like, enjoy it. You know, be in the moment.
Absolutely.
And therapy is always saying being present.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so being present, it's like, yo, I'm doing well.
Yeah.
How you doing?
My dude. Look, man. Look. I'm the exact same way. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to hit you with the, yo, I'm doing good. And I really do mean it, though, man, because everything you just said, I remember hearing that Bob Marley song back when I was in Dallas. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. Life ain't really all that bad. I mean, yeah, you know, it's stuff that I want to achieve and stuff that I want, needs and wants or whatever, but this current state that I'm in, I mean, I'm not struggling. You know, I ain't out here, you know, begging for food, or, you know, the electricity ain't off or nothing like that. Like I'm straight, so I'm good. So yeah, man, I'm on that same vibe as you right now, bro.
Yeah.
Health is good, mindset is good, family is good, dogs and cats, they good. You know? So I'm chilling right now, man. It's something that, one thing that I do want to get off my chest though. Like, as humans, we have this amazing gift. We can transform. Like, we can adapt. You know, we can, you know, master self. You feel me? And like, a tree is going to always be a tree. A dog is going to always be a dog. But us, like, we can grow. Like, we can elevate if we want to. You know, I don't always have to be obese. I can lose weight and, you know, feel good and get healthy if I want to. And that's phenomenal. That's the path that I've been on. I've been on this energetic, amazing health kick, exercising, running. I ain't never did 2 miles straight a day in my life until 3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
And ever since I conquered that, I like, yo, I'm finna do 2, I'm finna do 3. In a minute, I'm gonna be doing what y'all call that joint up here, the 5K or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be doing that joint after a while.
Like 3.2 miles.
Something like that, bro. I'm gonna be doing that after a while. But that's the beauty of us humans. Like, once the mind is focused, like, you can transform yourself. And not only, you know, you set goals, you set the goal and you conquer that goal. Now you can go on to the next goal and you can knock that out the ballpark. And just think what that does to your mentality. Like, you feel unstoppable. Like, you can run through a brick wall if you want to, bro. Not literally, but you feel me though. Like, you feeling.
Depends on how thin
True.
the bricks.
Facts, bro. But yo, as humans, like, we're dope.
Yeah.
As men, as women, you know, kids, we're dope. Like, God created us unique and powerful. Like, once we tap into that, like, we have the ability. You have the ability to transform. You don't have to stay in one spot. You can elevate. Yeah. But yeah, no worries though.
And that's what you're doing. You're working on continuing to elevate and be better.
Oh yeah, self-mastery, bro.
Yeah, self-mastery.
It's a must.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a must.
That's dope.
Yeah, bro.
That's so like, on that, like, there was I posted the other day.
Nice.
It's
you always come with the dope posts too, bro.
Stupid.
You do, man. I get hyped off of those.
Yeah. So when I read this post, I was fired up.
See,
I don't think I've always heard the end of it, but I never heard the whole thing.
Mhm.
And at this point in my life, when I read this, I feel it, the whole thing, especially in the beginning, like the beginning and the end. Those two is like bookend with power.
Facts.
So anyway, it's called Invictus by William Ernest Henley. So Invictus, let me start. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. And that's the part. That's the part that gets me. I'm gonna read it again. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
I like that, Giorgio. Oh, yeah, yo.
Yeah, yo.
I'm the captain, man.
Yo.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
And it's like there's like these points of power. It's like in the midst of darkness, basically in the beginning, black as a pit from pole to pole. He said, out of the night that covers me.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like he could talk about like in depression?
Yeah. Yep.
Or,
Yep.
you know, the pits of the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I thank God for my unconquerable soul. Like
Yeah.
in the midst of it, I'm unconquered.
Yeah. Nice.
You know? And then under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. I'm still standing strong.
Yeah. Still got the head up.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
And yet the menace of the years find and shall find me unafraid.
Yeah.
So he said, I'm unconquered.
Mm-hmm.
I'm unbowed,
Yeah.
standing strong.
I like that part.
I'm unafraid.
Yeah.
I'm the captain.
Yeah.
Right? It don't matter what's happening to me. I have power.
Mm-hmm.
I have control. And I have the ability to master my fate.
Nice. See, look at that, bro.
Yeah.
We flown on the same vibe. And you even know it, Joe.
Hey.
That's my dude, man. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
That, man.
That's dope, man.
So when you
That's
said
dope.
that, and it would remind me of that poem, it's like, man, that's so powerful.
It's beautiful, bro. And that's the mindset we all should wake up in every day. Like, I'm the captain. Like, I can make these choices. You know, I have the ability to walk, you know, as a victor instead of a victim. You have that ability, and it's that simple. It's really that simple.
It is. And it's even to the point where, like, say I might walk at work, and as a black man at a job with majority white folks,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I have a choice to walk with power or walk with timidity,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because, it's just me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Oh, how are they looking at me?
Yeah,
How,
man. Keep my head down.
oh, yeah. But when I'm walking past, you know, certain people, they put their head down. They turn their head from me.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that say about my strength and power?
There you go.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
dope.
if you're bowing your head, not looking at me, there's something about my strength that you
Mhm.
can't look at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we can switch our brain. It happened to me like a week ago.
Nice.
I was like,
nice.
I was like, no, I'm not gonna think what's wrong with me. Like, I must be too strong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? For you to handle me.
Yeah.
Now with that, how you doing?
There you go.
Right? I'm the master of my environment, my space. You've walked into my environment now. How you doing? What's going on?
That's beautiful.
Oh, hey. And you can see the wall that they had come down.
Mhm. That's true.
It's not my wall, that's their wall.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can speak through your wall and say, how you doing? And help you come out of that.
Exactly. That's
you know?
true. That's
And it does it more and more with all of them. And I can see it.
I
When
like
I'm like,
that.
oh, how's your day going?
I like that.
And if I don't say anything, we'll both walk by each other and I'll say anything. But now that I realize that I'm the master,
Mm-hmm.
I have power.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'm going to extend that. How you doing?
There you go.
Oh, what's going on? How's your day?
Yeah.
And I can be in my head in the moment too, like, with worry and fear. But Be powerful.
that, bro. I like that. We about to get to the topic in a minute, but you know how we do, yo. We start saying stuff, we start flowing. But that makes you think though, because sometimes in a situation like that, you be like, oh, this person is arrogant. The other person, they ain't talking to me, so they're arrogant, or they don't like me, or something like that. But in the meantime,
it can be true.
But yeah, that could be true. But in this case, it seems like they kind of wanted to talk, but because of the strength, the power that you're walking in, it's like, they don't want to,
Yeah, you don't know. They don't know. They might not know how to talk to you. They might be afraid. They might, who knows? Yeah. It could be a million things.
It can be a million things.
But why worry about it?
Yeah.
Why then make it like it's something wrong with me or you or whoever? You know what I mean? Like, we're all different people from different circumstances.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even it being black and you go into a black environment, not all black people looking you in the face.
Nah.
Some people put their head down.
Yeah, man.
So it's the same.
Don't get me started on that.
Right. That's the whole, not all skin folk are kinfolk. Right?
True.
Like, so, we have to do that in all these environments.
Mm-hmm.
So
project that good, positive energy.
Yes, indeed.
I like it.
On that note.
Yeah, man. So, topic for today, emotions.
Emotions.
Yeah, bro. So, that comes to mind. You hear the word emotions. What comes to mind on your end? What you think about?
Yeah, I think the first thing, like when you say emotions, I think feelings. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
That's how I feel. People say, "Oh, you're emotional."
Mm-hmm.
I think about, what can you do with that, and what do you do with that?
Yeah.
Are you, do you have emotions, or are you living emotionally?
Mm-hmm.
That's a question that I have whenever I hear emotions. It's like somebody will say to me, "Oh, you're a Cancer."
Right.
You're sensitive, you're emotional. I'm like, who isn't? Right?
Facts.
Don't put that horoscope on me. Everybody's emotional.
Yeah.
I might be more emotionally aware maybe than the average person.
Yeah.
If that's what you believe.
Yeah.
But I think everyone has the ability to. So
yeah. How many zodiacs is it? 12, 13 or something like that? I don't know. Yeah. But all 12 of them got emotions. Every last one of them.
Yeah, there's not one person on the earth that don't have emotions.
Exactly.
It just express them different ways.
That's it.
And I think that it's about how you express, you interpret, and how you express your emotions, how you deal with your emotions, how you interpret other people's emotions.
Absolutely.
That's what comes to mind is that, are you emotional? Do you living in a state of emotion where you're reacting to everything, or you understand your emotions and you can work through them?
Oh, man. That stood out to me, that living in a state of emotions, if I'm not correct. That seems like the emotions have you conquered or bound,
You're reacting to everything.
Yeah.
Everything,
Not even thinking, no logic, no nothing.
There's no strength. You have no control.
Yeah, just lashing out.
You're just being like the wind.
Yeah.
As the wind blows, situations
it.
come, you go that, you react to this. You go there, you react to that. Whether high or low.
No stability.
There's no peace, there's no stability.
Crazy. Yeah.
And I talk because I've been there. But so what comes to mind?
That's where, bro. That's dope. That's dope. Well, what comes to mind when I hear about it, bro? When I hear about emotions, I hear dictator. Emotions is something that dictate an individual. Like I said, whether high or low, moving with the wind back and forth, left or right, up and down, whatever, it dictates you. Those feelings, good or bad, positive or negative. The positive will dictate how you act. The bad will dictate how you act. If you're angry, you finna walk around upset, frown on your face, throwing punches, rude to everybody. That emotion is going to dictate your behavior. If you're in a good mood, you're smiling, people are, gravitating towards your good energy. That dictates you. You're going to be opening doors, buying lunch, for random people. You're just gonna be in a great mood, and everyone's gonna feel that. So that, good emotions is gonna dictate how you act. So emotions to me is just a dictator, and everything that you're gonna do. Wake up out of the bed. If you wake up on the wrong foot, that's gonna dictate your day. It's gonna, that snowball effect or whatever, starts off bad, probably going to end bad. But you wake up on a good note, on a good foot. Day is going to be good. Morning starts out great. The day is going to end strong and great.
Yeah.
You know? So it dictates you. It dictates your day. That's what come to mind.
Yeah. And that's real too, because if you allow your emotions to dictate what you do, you wake up and say it's rainy out or something, and you feeling like, I'm lazy or tired. I'm not gonna go to the gym today. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow till I feel good. You know what I mean? So it's just about how you feel.
Absolutely.
Versus you having control.
Absolutely.
So it's like, all right, if I feel tired and lazy, or you know, like emotions wise, like I'm mad or I'm sad, or you know, I had a breakup, or I got denied a job, or there's no money in the bank, or you know, there's so many things that can cause our emotions to be up and down. Then, like you said, it will dictate what you do.
Absolutely.
And so then you're gonna start eating heavy or drinking, or you get your coping mechanisms to help you through
all of that stuff.
And it kind of starts a cycle.
That's true, bro. Quick story, man. Just recently, you know, the New England area got hit with the, you know, quote unquote tropical storm, rain, wind, all of that stuff. Same thing like you said, you can get up, look outside, and it's raining. What you gonna do? You're gonna be like, oh, you know, I'm gonna be lazy. I'm gonna go watch TV. I ain't going out there. Me, because I was in a good mood and I was on such a high energy kick with the workout. I'm like, yo, I'm finna get out here and bust these 2 miles out. Like, I'm finna get it. Yeah. So, you know, I dictated my day. I wasn't gonna stay in. I wasn't finna be lazy. I'm finna continue on with my workout. Yeah. So that's it. Goes back to I'm the captain.
I'm the captain.
I'm the captain, bro.
Listen, with that workout, I ain't been working out in like a month. And so just having you talk about it, I have to get back on running because I can feel it in my body.
It's like riding a bike for you, bro. Yeah. You're good. You gonna pick right back up where you left off.
I'm running 2 miles straight though right away.
You good?
That's for sure.
And say you gonna get that. Yeah. You gonna get that, bro. Baby steps.
And it's funny, like to get back to like emotions. For the most of the time as men, when we think about emotions, we think like women. Mm-hmm. Oh, she being emotional. Yeah. Oh, that's a womanly trait. Yeah. You know, to have emotions and deal with emotions is a womanly trait. What do you say to that?
You just spoke about the you know, the Cancer and the other zodiacs. Everybody has emotions, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, even if it's a good emotion. Like, if you wake up happy, what you gonna say? You know, only women supposed to be happy? Like, nah, that's a bunch of crap. Like, that's foolish thinking. Mm-hmm. Emotion. I was reading something. I know I'm not gonna say it word from word, but basically, emotions or feelings should be just that. Like, it shouldn't be good feelings and bad feelings. It should just be feelings. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Mm-hmm. It should just be that, because each one is a learning experience. Each one helps us navigate through events, situations, lessons, all of that good stuff. So it shouldn't be good emotions and bad emotions. It should just be emotions. Should just be feelings. And men are allowed to feel. Men are allowed to have emotions. Yeah. Like if happiness and joy and, you know, all the other quote unquote good emotions are only subject to women, what they leave us with.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like it's nonsense. So that's foolish thinking. We shouldn't have that. Like, it shouldn't be only emotions or for women only. You know, and I know when you talk about men and women you know, the emotional side, it's the crying and all this other stuff. I'm about to get to that too. We're allowed to feel too. We're allowed to cry. You know, we should be allowed to feel some sort of sadness. Like, we're not robots. Like, we don't have computer chips in us. Like, we're not quote unquote the Gemini Man. You remember that movie, bro, with the multiple Will Smiths and then a clone at the end? Yeah. Yo, he was on fire, and they asked him. They looked at him like, "Do you not feel anything?" And he just died. He just had a blank look on his face. That's
feeling. What do you mean? What is that?
He didn't know that. He just died. I'm like, we're not that. Like, bro, like we're allowed to feel sadness. If Big Mama passed away, I'm not finna just stand there like a robot and not feel that.
Right.
Like that's one of my elders. Like that's one of my pillars of my family. Like that's the one that taught me life lessons. That's the one that fed me great cornbread and snacks and other, neck bones and whatnot. I miss that. Even to this day. So I'm about to shed a tear now in my grandmother's honor. But we're allowed to feel, bro. So man, like, be encouraged in that department. Like, you're allowed to feel. You're allowed to have emotions, whether it be happiness, whether it be sadness. You're allowed to have that moment to yourself.
Yeah, I think when, like, for me, at for whatever reason, at 15, I ended up being, like, quote unquote, the man of the house, and I was told, you gotta be a man. You gotta be strong for your mother and your sister. You gotta, you're the man of the house now. You gotta take care of them. You can't cry. You gotta suck it up. And so meant that, like, I can't have emotions. And so the thought, as I grew older, the thought of emotions made me upset that I had an emotion. You know what I mean? I had a feeling. I was upset about it.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be a man. Like, well, I got this feeling. I'm not supposed to be a man,
Yeah.
And I had older, like, men that I was under, like my grandfather, my stepfather, even my uncle. Like, I never really saw emotions from men. Men were strong, leaders, and they handled their business. I never really saw affection. Never really saw, like, emotions, or you know what I mean. So even like hugs, like, it wasn't really a thing. Like.
No dap or nothing.
I mean dap,
Okay.
but you know what I mean, like an embrace, like come here, like you can see it, like you'll watch like a military movie if you know anyone's from the military, like brothers that it's a brotherhood. So when they see each other, like now in the States, it's an embrace, like bro, nice. Like I miss you, and I'd be like, yo, that's weird, right? Because I never had it. And so as I got older, I had to learn, because for me, it was like my emotions were all bottled up. But then I would have like these outbursts, like rage, or, because like Drake said, I don't pop bottles, but I bottle my emotions.
Yeah.
No, I don't pop bottles because I bottle my emotions.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I'll get it all wrong.
That sounded right.
He said, I pop bottles because I bottle my emotions.
Yeah.
So I'd rather drink than deal with my problems. You know what I mean? Or to deal with what I'm feeling with.
That's real.
And, pretty much, I had bottled my emotions. I didn't know how to deal with them. So then it would just be this outlash or whatever. I'd get into fights all through high school. Became an adult, and I got in fights with my cousin. We lived together. And then I was like, yo, I can't fight. As an adult, I'd probably go to prison.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm like, what did I do? I just imploded now, because I just would hold it all in. And then it became relationships. Women wanting more from me. I didn't know how to communicate, express myself, because I didn't know. I'm supposed to communicate to you. I'm supposed to just handle business for you. Like, what do you need? And so eventually learning, through the years. And I think that that's definitely the wrong way to look at, especially as young men and men, about having emotions. Like, it's necessary.
Yeah.
For you to be a functioning human being.
There you go.
To face, embrace, and work through your emotions. Because there's a quote from like T.D. Jakes. So T.D. Jakes came out with a book called He Motions.
Yeah.
And in the book, the quote says, one cannot have an enriched marriage when it is funded by an emotionally and spiritually bankrupt man. And I take that and I say, one cannot have an enriched life when it is funded or fueled by an emotionally and spiritually bankrupt man. So, and there's this brother named Jason Wilson who runs the Cave of Adullam. We talked about this before. I think it's like in Chicago or something.
Yep.
And he works with young men to be holistic men, well-rounded with their emotions, how they deal with life and deal with situations. And he trains them through martial arts, how to deal with, how to react, and how to interact, right? And then he wrote a book, I think Men Can Cry, something like that.
Yeah.
Men Do Cry, or Men Can Cry.
Something like that. I heard
something
about
like that. But look it up, Jason Wilson, Men Cry. I think it's Men Cry. Anyway, and so he talks about his life experiences being that same type of guy, being hard in the streets and all that, and how he wasn't good with his wife or women. You know, he was a womanizer, all like and all that. And then he had to learn to deal with his emotions. I think his mother passed, or she was sick or something. So all in all, I'm saying all of this to have a good life, to be a holistic, well-rounded man or person.
Agreed.
You have to deal with your emotions.
Agreed.
Or they'll keep you under, they'll dictate you.
Yeah.
Whether you think that not having them, you know, like we think that not having them, we have more control. We have more, you know, our pride keeps us and our ego.
That's not it.
It's actually the other way around. Like you trying to act like you don't have them, they're running your life.
They really are.
Yeah.
That's what I said when you was talking about your childhood and you was trying to, you know, you talk about suppressing emotions or whatever, or, you know, you would get upset because, you know, you quote unquote had emotions, or you didn't want emotions, but they was actually there the whole time. I was like,
literally controlling me the whole time.
That was wild.
And I look at it like that, like you said, like
it's true.
When I look back, I'm like, man, who is this kid?
Yeah.
Even into my 20s, late 20s, like I was a kid, like mentally or emotionally. So I didn't know how to deal with emotion or life or relationships, nothing. It was literally, I was just being controlled, you know, by these emotions. I was seeking things, you know, and I wanted attention or affection or to be cool, or, you know, these are all my emotions that are controlling me.
I've been there. I know.
Fear and all of that.
Yep.
Running your life. Keeping you back from opportunities. From spending your money right.
Yep.
So then you can get things that you really want.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like it's you that's in the way.
Yeah.
You know, it's no one else.
Yeah.
It's not the government. It's not the system.
Nah,
it's you.
It's you. It's you. Man, a lot of us didn't have, you know, like I said, you talked about, you know, the grandfather, you know, stepdad, you know, uncles and stuff like that, bro. A lot of us, we didn't have the role model. We didn't have the blueprint. Well, we had a blueprint. It was the wrong blueprint. But we didn't have the right blueprint to, you know, manage emotions. And I like what TD said, the bankrupt part. I mean, I know I spoke on, you know, how it dictates you. But when he said, you know, you're spiritually bankrupt, like that hit me like, yo, that's heavy right there, bro. And I agree, like you can't be effective leader, husband, businessman, man in general, unless you have a hold of your emotions. And like you said, that doesn't mean to not have emotions. Have emotions, but control them. Like know what to do with them. Like that's a skill we need to have, and that's a skill we're going to teach, well, men and young men that's coming up after us. We're going to teach you, you can have emotions. That's good.
It's okay.
That's good to have emotions, but have the skill on controlling them. Don't have it, you know, don't have emotions flinging you all over the place. Adjust with it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, okay, you angry. That's cool. And sometimes that's good. Like I said earlier, learn the lesson. Like what triggered that anger? Learn the lesson behind that. What event triggered that anger? Don't let it control you. You said the state of emotion. Don't live there. You can have the emotion. That's good. But don't let it control you. You control it.
It's okay to cry.
Yeah.
But don't be crying for everything. Don't be crying all day.
Exactly. Don't be crying all day, man.
That's cool. You cried enough. Stop.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna slap you
Suck
upside
it up.
the head.
Yeah, like suck it up now.
That's it. I'm gonna let you have your moment, but don't stay there. And a lot of people make that mistake right there. A lot of people make that mistake right there. They stay in the emotion. You know, we finna flow in that direction real quick. It's okay to have the emotion, just don't live there, man. And you make the mistake. People make that mistake too often. Like, well, I think they were talking about, you know, the cancer thing. Oh, you're too emotional or whatever. That's a mistake. They put the wrong thing on you. But some people are too emotional. I ain't gonna lie. They're too emotional. the crying all day, the babying all day, the stand angry all day, stand bitter all day. Like, pick yourself up. Like, don't stay there. Don't live there. I just said earlier how we have the potential to transform. And you miss out on that potential to transform and elevate and grow when you stay in the pits. That ain't where you supposed to be. You ain't supposed to be living down in the dumps and crying and whatever. Pick yourself up. You got that ability, man.
The word says, "Be ye transformed
Exactly.
by the renewal of your mind."
Exactly, man.
And that's where, and then what's the other scripture say? Out of the heart flow the issues of life.
Absolutely.
And so those are both talking about the same thing.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Be transformed by the renewal of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's your mind, your
Yep.
brain,
Yep.
you know, and then your heart.
Yes.
My understanding of the word is they're both the same thing.
They are.
Because it's not talking about my pump, my heart, and my chest.
Yeah, not the actual
That
heart.
don't control nothing but
Nah.
blood flowing
That's
through
it.
my body.
Absolutely.
Right? Your mind has your thinking, your thoughts,
Yeah, the thoughts,
your
yeah.
emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So the Bible's talking about your brain, your mind.
Yeah. Heart, I would think that's considered like the soul. That's where the feelings and the emotions, sometimes that's where that reside at.
Yeah.
Get your soul cleaned up.
Yeah.
That part right there.
Yeah.
So definitely have the mind renewed.
And the soul is our emotions.
Yeah.
The spirit man.
Yep.
Oh no. Yeah, it's the spirit
Yeah,
man.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Like that internal, when things happen, your soul
Mhm.
feels it,
Yeah, dude.
right? Because it's not we're three parts. We're a three-part being:
Yeah.
body, soul, and spirit.
Yep.
So the body's just the body.
That's it. That's just
You
the
know, it's just
transportation.
gonna die. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The soul, man, is the one that feels and interprets things, and
fact.
understands and responds and communicates, right?
Mhm.
Learns and grows. And the spirit is the one that behind it all.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah.
That spirit, man, that's the one that's connected to the Father.
There you go.
Or it
Yeah.
can connect to something else if you want. That's the way you want to
That's it.
live.
That's the way you want to. Yeah, you want to
got
go
two
in that
choices
direction.
in life. Yeah.
Yeah, yo. Yeah,
But the
yeah.
soul, man, is the one that's important.
Mhm.
Well, they both are, soul and spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. But I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the soul is where we have to work out our life.
Mm-hmm.
Be transformed by the renewal of your mind.
Yeah, man. And the scripture that say, "Work out your own soul salvation." Man.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And that's through your emotions.
Facts.
Like we
Work
have
that
to
thing
get
out.
our emotions under control to be the men that we want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So then we can be who we need to be
Yeah.
for our community, our families,
Yeah.
and our friends and our
Absolutely.
environments and at work. We have to get that soul man under control.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the word talks about being planted
There you
by
go.
rivers of water.
Yeah.
Be like a tree planted by
Yep.
rivers of water.
Yep.
And you mentioned something earlier about something about like stability or something.
Yeah. It's stable.
Yeah, and when I think about as a tree planted by rivers of water, that tree's gonna grow big and strong
Mm-hmm.
because it got all the nutrients, it's got the water to survive, it's got
Mhm.
everything it needs, soul wise and spiritual wise to continue to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And the land, the foundation that the ground is on, the roots can grow deep and wide because it's enriched. It's a
Yeah.
rich soil. And so that's when I think about being an emotionally stable man. You are like a tree
I like
that
that.
can grow big and strong.
Yeah.
You're like the foundation of a house that's strong and that's
Mm-hmm.
built properly on in the ground and not on sand, right?
Yeah. That's it.
Or on rock and not on sand.
That's it. That's
On the
it.
solid rock, right?
That's it.
Like you
That's
can
real.
build and grow and you're not worried about things being shaken.
Exactly.
We love our grandfathers,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
solid,
Absolutely.
strong. They were able to work through. They might not have been able to express emotionally, maybe they did. We don't know. You know what I mean? But when I look at my grandfather or those that were ahead of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see someone that did what they had to do,
Absolutely. Yeah.
didn't make any excuses
Nah.
for the most part. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
for the most
generally,
part. I know what you mean. Yeah,
these men
absolutely.
work through, societal issues,
Yeah, man.
social issues,
Back then, a lot.
financial
Yeah, it's
issues,
a lot.
and they made it, to have families and produce us.
Yeah.
Now, what are we doing? We're emotional.
Mm-hmm.
We're being lived and pushed and put,
Yeah.
by our emotions, and we can't be there for our women, oh, she not doing, blaming her, blaming the kids, blaming the job.
Exactly, blaming everything but yourself.
And I did that.
Yeah, I was there too, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't the only one.
And it's hard to come out of that. But like the word says, be transformed by the renewal of your mind. It's a process.
Put in the work.
You have to put in the work.
Well, our therapist thing that he always says, you have to do the work. To get better, you have to do the work.
Yeah.
You got to do the work. Now, thinking back on our grandfathers, I got a feeling they didn't show us emotions, or they didn't show emotions in front of their wives and, kids and whatever. But I got a feeling, I think when they linked up with their boys at the, cafe or, whatever the local town bars at the time, I think they probably released some emotions then. They didn't cry, but they were like, yo, man, I can't, just going off on something, like releasing that stress or whatever, whether it be shooting pool, smoking some cigarettes or some cigars, having a beer or something like that. I could see them doing something like that.
Yeah.
I could see them expressing emotions. Then they probably did that in the comfort of other men that was going through the same thing that they were doing. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I do some of that now too.
100%. I had a phone call with my boy earlier, and we was both venting about life situations, dating, or his relationship.
You dig it. You know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. You have to. Yeah, it's necessary.
I can see
women do it.
Oh yeah,
they calling it. Yeah, they on the phone with that girl.
Oh man, they don't be on.
Girl, can you believe?
Yeah, well, all of that. So what's the line these women be using nowadays? Child, please, or something like that.
Always
I don't
use
know
that.
it, man.
That's Ocho Cinco. Child, please.
All of that. Yeah, they love beauty shop talk and whatnot.
Yeah, like two things that like stand out to me about emotions, about like interpreting emotions or dealing with them. When I look back at, like, say, my stepfather, and this was like a powerful thing as far as in terms of like becoming a man, growing into manhood. My stepfather wasn't the most emotionally expressive man, wasn't affectionate, He was probably the opposite to me. And I was talking to my stepbrother like recently, and he just was like, that's just what Pops was. He was that the way to them, he was that the way to me.
Yeah.
But when I look at what I experienced as a child, I didn't really struggle for much. I didn't have a lot. I didn't have nothing, but I didn't really need, I had my basic needs met.
There you go.
And then I was also able to experience different things, like going to New Hampshire, camping, going on, being a Boy Scout, and going to summer camp up in Maine, going to different beaches in New Hampshire and stuff as family trips, like going to the boardwalks like consistently and remembering that, going to Martha's Vineyard because his brother had a house there.
Nice.
So we'd go there every summer. So like there was a lot of experiences I had as a kid. And now that I'm an adult, or I'm becoming a man, a stable man, I look back and I'm like, wow, he might not have given me the emotional support or teaching that I needed, but I had everything else needed. I met. And so now when I look back, I'm like, because I've dealt with my anger, right? This is what I'm talking about, like emotions. Like I was driven by like anger and pain for most of my life, and especially like my father and my mom, my stepfather, like basically just not being able to like have the life I wanted or the family I wanted or the ideas we have as kids. And now that I've worked through that and building healthy relationships with those that I love in my family, I'm able to look at things differently.
There you go. Yeah.
See it from a different light outside of pain. It's like, wow, I had a good childhood.
Yeah. He
did what he needed to do as a man to take care of me and my family. And then like how I process that now, that's a lesson in itself. Absolutely. As a man, what you're supposed to do. Yeah. What's your responsibility? Yeah. My mom was wild. He stood there. He dealt with it, for 13 years. Right? I'll talk to my mom. She'd be like, man, I put him through it. Yeah. And like remembering certain scenarios, like he worked through it all. And that's the sign of a man, like strong and stable. Yeah. And he did it. He had his outlets, but he was there. And so for me, when I think about it now,
Yeah.
The second thing that I've realized what is necessary. I'm starting to realize what is necessary for me as a man to be for like a woman. You know, I was always worried. Like it is important to find someone that meets, you know, is within the range of things that you're comfortable with, right? Dealing with, right?
Yeah,
like, okay,
man.
this is the type of person I like. I'm good.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
There's gonna be issues, both sides, right?
Yeah, but pick your type.
Pick your type.
Yeah, man.
And but the thing that rings true through it all is like we have to get out of our emotions. You know what I mean? It's not about me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about us and it's about taking care of y'all.
Yeah.
I need to do what I need to do to take care of y'all. I need to do what I need to do to take care of her. It's not about me. Oh, you know, what is she gonna do for me? Like, I'm just gonna handle my business. What I'm gonna do for you? How am I gonna take care of you? How tender am I? How do I love and I care for you the right way? You know, and can I provide? Can I communicate in a way that is beneficial to us? Setting a standard, right? Setting the foundation.
Yeah.
For the family. That's the most important thing. That's what I'm learning. And to be tender in there is the other art that I'm learning now. It's like, all right, I grew up tough love, you know, shutting my emotions, so I react with people like that. And I'm learning, like, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. And it hasn't worked all these years, so I need to switch it up.
Yeah.
It's good with being strong, but then also you have to have a little tenderness.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. Just balance, bro. Just balance. So I want to pick your brain for a sec. You got to talking about, you know, this is what a man is going to do, you know, as far as like, you know, supporting the wife, being there for the kids, being stable, being solid. It ain't about me. It's about them.
Yeah.
You don't think that's a recipe for a downfall? Like
with the right person, it shouldn't be. And I say it because, you know, I talk to brothers that are ahead of me, married, long time, families, 20 years marriage, whatever. You pour into the right one. Like, if you look at it, women are receivers, and they grow, and they give back to you.
Mm-hmm.
So
they nurture us.
They nurture us, right? So
they multiply their joy.
They multiply.
That's it.
I give you a seed, you gave me a child.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the whole saying is, I give you a house, you make it a home.
That's right, man.
I give you an idea, you know.
Yeah, my favorite is I bring the food, I bring the groceries,
and you make a meal.
That's my favorite one.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So it's the same. If I give you love, essentially you should give me, you know,
double love, man.
It should come back even greater.
Yeah.
Right? But I have to, you know, there's a process to it. It's over time. You have to trust and build it or whatever.
Amen.
But I'm saying it's the right woman.
There we go.
It's not all are there yet. Just like I wasn't there.
I'll say it for you. All women ain't gonna measure up. I'll say it for you.
Just like I didn't measure up as a man years ago.
Look, don't try and smooth it over for him, bro.
It's both ways. I'm just saying, as a man, I wasn't there. I wasn't what I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, not all women measure up.
They
Not all
measure up.
That's why the word talks about, you know, that Proverbs 31 like identifies her, or Ruth, and their specific stories.
Yeah, man, get y'all a Ruth, bro.
Yeah, that I highlight these. This is the type of woman that might be, you know, help you get where you need to go.
Get you a Proverbs.
Get you a Michelle Obama. You know what I mean?
Is that get you a what's my favorite? Felicia Rashad. Get you.
Felicia Rashad.
Get you one of the Mrs.
Oh
Claire
man,
Huxtable.
Miss
That's
Claire
my
Huxtable.
That's like the ideal standard.
Beautiful
sister right there.
Wonderful.
I ain't
grace, elegance, beauty.
That's it. That's it, man. That's
That's power.
That's it, bro. But you nailed it.
Tenderness.
you going on.
Keep going.
That's my favorite. That's my girl right there. I hope to meet her one day. Was she in Philly?
Nah.
Right,
I would have.
That was a joke. But yeah, you nailed it though, bro. You got fellas get the right one. Cause so many men, they make that downfall. They go in with that mindset like, okay, I'm gonna make this all about the woman, make this all about the kids, make this all about the family. And in the meantime, they go lacking emotionally, you know, physically, naturally, all that, spiritually, all that stuff. Because, like you said, they poured into the wrong woman. You know, get you the right one. You pour into her, you get the right things back. Multiplied, actually.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, so that's dope. I was just curious about that because I see fellas make that mistake so many times, and then they wonder why, like, they're so drained. You picked the wrong woman. You got the wrong sister. Yeah, the booty big.
Right. It's
but,
fun.
Yeah, it's fun, but what else?
Yeah.
You know, so you poured into the wrong sister. I get it. The body's tight, but what else? How she's thinking mentally. What does she do as a, you know, as a woman? How does she caters and cares for the household? You know what I mean? And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, you know, how do she take care of a man? Take care of, you know, the kids or whatever. Like, these are things you need to ask. These are questions that fellas need to ask. Like, you know, how do you, you know, handle stress, or how do you, you know, handle, you know, household duties and all this other stuff? Like, how do you cater to the household? You know, these are things fellas need to, you know, check with the sisters and see where their mind is at. So that's dope. That's dope. I was curious about that, bro.
Yeah, like getting past the excitement and the lust and the thrill of it all.
Like, you know, how we gonna look 70 years from now?
Yeah.
50 years from now. That type of thing.
The long road.
The long road. That's a must. All right, cool. That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that's all I got.
That's dope. That's cool, bro. I like it, man.
You got any words of encouragement?
Man, any words of encouragement? Yeah, bro. I mean, I guess it could do something with emotions. I would say for those that are listening, you have one vehicle. And when I say you have one vehicle, I'm saying you only have one physical body. You know, so I would encourage you guys to treat it right, eat right, work out, have a great mentality when you get up in the morning, work on having just a superior mindset. Like, you know, you're awesome. Speak the affirmations, flow how you need to flow to go out here and be successful and to be great and be phenomenal. You know, they say you only have one life to live, and that's true. You know, so treat it right, do the right things, treat people good, and just get out here and be awesome. You know, you have the potential. We spoke about it earlier. You guys have the potential. We have the potential as humans to be something amazing. We have the potential to transform. We have the potential to be phenomenal. So you guys get up, make that happen. I would recommend the first 20 minutes when you wake up, the spirit man, your soul man is what's the word? Vulnerable. So I would encourage you guys to listen to something of peaceful melodies, you know, listen to something that's encouraging, something that can uplift and build up your spirit man before you get your day going. That first 20 minutes, you know, whatever, put on some good music, put on a motivational speech, put on, you know, a great sermon from a local pastor or something like that, and just flow and do your thing. And that's all I got for the people, bro. What about you? You got anything? Any encouraging words?
Yeah, I just want to encourage men, young men, and people in general, like even single parents, to encourage, you know, you to express yourself and really take a look in the mirror as men and young men, to understand your triggers like we talked about, to understand yourself, what makes you tick, what makes you go, you know, like the things that bother you, you know, whether it's not fitting in, not being cool, not having, you know, enough money, or not having the nice material things, or the, you know, baddest girl in the school or in the block. Yeah, to understand yourself, understand why that bothers you. Why does it make you feel that way? Why do you think that way? You know, and learn to take the step to at least communicate with a brother or a mentor, father, an uncle, you know, a friend that you trust, to build those type of relationships where you can understand and learn from others. You can get these things out. And I think a lot of it is that it's probably not real. You know, I think a lot of what we internalize is either not about us or it's just not real. You know, and whether it's fear, whether it's insecurities, lust, whatever, like there's so many different things, right, that drive us and that makes us tick, like, and we need to really understand ourselves. And for me, like, when I understand myself and why am I feeling, lustful, I've been scrolling on Instagram too long. Too many social media models that are triggering me, or it's like, what about being at my job and I'm feeling like I don't want to be social. Why don't I? Am I afraid that I'm not fitting in, or if I reach out to try to show interest to a girl and she turns me down, how does that make me feel? Why does it? Why am I turning down women that giving me attention for that? What is that in me, that's doing that? Why don't I go after this degree? Is it the money? Is that how I feel? Am I insecure about, do I believe that I can do this? Can I achieve this? Or the jobs, right? Do I apply for this job? I don't know. Can I get it? Am I qualified enough, or do I have enough experience? There's so many areas that we constantly need to question, ourselves and understand ourselves so we can be stable. Why don't I save my money as good? Why do I always spend it? Why am I always spending it I like that, I'm buying it. Even though I have a plan to save and do this, but every trigger, this advertisement got me. I'm about to go buy something to eat. I got food in the house. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot of that, just understanding yourself along the way. Don't kill yourself, but just learn and interrogate yourself. Like there's tools that you can use to express yourself, whether it's, my therapist always says, like, write a rhyme or write in your journal, write your thoughts out, write your feelings out, write your ideas out, ask yourself why, internalize that. Once you write it down, why does it make you feel that way? Is this real or is it not real? Kind of ask those questions just to yourself, because you're your greatest, right? It's you that needs to change and grow you. You just, when we communicate to other people to learn from them and to build, I just take that information and then change myself, right? So you have to interrogate yourself, you understand yourself, look in the mirror, and then talk to others about what you're starting to see or understand and
I like
grow.
that.
So that's what the encouragement I would give. Looking in the mirror, interrogation, write how you feel out, express it in a way, start talking to other people, maybe find a therapist, right, to help you work through your emotions.
Can't go wrong there.
Right, talk to your father, your uncle, grandfather, mentors, friends, somebody, even your mom, or your auntie, grandma.
There's wisdom there.
There's wisdom there that can help you too. But yeah, it's a fight, and it's a lifelong fight to be better and to grow, to become like a tree planted by rivers of water. To become a big tree, that's a long process. Trees don't grow fast.
Nah.
And to that root, that seed is so tiny. You put it in the dirt, you just give it what it needs. And I would say this too, when you start to look in the mirror, don't be afraid of the darkness.
Absolutely.
The darkness is what helps you move forward. You have to face the darkness. Everyone does. To be better.
Absolutely, man.
Like the darkness is the beautiful part of the process.
It really is. You got to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Got to, man.
Yeah. And keep on the fight.
That's it, bro.
Reach out to us.
Absolutely. We're here to help, for real. You guys got all the info, emails. Y'all got the Facebook, the Instagram, Twitter,
link tree,
all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
They got our personal pages. Y'all good. Reach out, DM. We got y'all's back. But that was hot stuff because it all tied into what I was saying.
Yeah.
Just self-mastery, bro.
Self-mastery.
That's it, man. The why. That's real powerful. I love it, man.
And to cap it off with the self-mastery, we're going to read that last part of the
absolutely, yeah. Just to go out on a powerful.
Go out on that. Let's read the whole thing one more time, just in case they didn't hear it the first time. Invictus, out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
Oh, that's it, yo. Always do the at the end of that, man. You gotta feel that thing.
I want to read. I know we were gonna say that. Yeah, but the greatest fear poem.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
because it's emotion.
It's based on its emotions, and you'll see why in a second, people. If you never heard the greatest fear poem,
yeah, get in there, bro. Fear is definitely, it's a thief. It's definitely a heavy emotion too.
Yeah,
it's a thief.
We could probably do another part 2 of this.
Fact.
Emotions, talk about different ones.
Yeah.
Well, we did fear already. Anyway, Mary, I do that. When I do that, it's for me to refocus.
Yeah.
So Marianne Williamson, The Deepest Fear by Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Yeah.
That's it.
And that's that second line. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us.
Nice.
And on that note, peace. Thank you for listening to the Follow Then Lead podcast. You can reach us on social media at
the email is followthenleadinc@gmail.com, Instagram, Follow Then Lead Podcast, and our Twitter is Follow Then Lead P. Until next time,
take it easy.
Word.